Hey there, StarCraft fans, Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be Larva. He's back. He's playing against Free. Top left, it's Larva. Bottom left, it is Free. Woo, let's get this thing going, man. Had somebody ask, what happened to Larva? This is a 2026 replay from a couple of months ago, so he's around. He's playing. He's not exactly at tip-top shape, but he is still a very scary Zerg player, man. His micro is incredible. Not quite as good as Soul Keys, not quite as good as Soma's, but other than that, I think he is a second-tier micro Zerg player. So watch out, man. If his lings get inside your base, several probes are going to die. Free. Again, it's an old name, right? I associate this with replays I found from 2008, featuring Free, making carriers, having a great time, and that was 20 years ago, man. So Free, maybe an elder statesman here, but every time I look up their ages, it's like, oh, okay, so Free's like 36 and Larva's like 35. They're basically the same age. So it always throws me off. So let's do a quick check here. Larva, Brood War. We're going to check Wikipedia here. Always, if you're looking for a question about StarCraft, check Wikipedia first. Wikipedia.net. So Larva is 32. Okay, right. This makes sense. So far, let me do, where's the search option on this stupid page? Okay, open in browser. Stupid Google. Anyway, overpool here from Larva on the opening. Nothing too nuts that away. And, oh my gosh, fine. I don't want to look for, there it is. Player is Free. So we're going to guess how old Free is. He is 38. Okay, so he is a bit of an elder statesman, right? He's almost 40, which for an esports player is very old. So I will call him an elder statesman here. He's blocking the expansion quite ably for Larva. I like this opening quite a bit. Back home, he's making a forge against the early pool, which is done at 2:05. The overpool timing is right on time here for Larva, and gets the hatch down. Oh, that probe was just on the edge of being able to block that. That sucks. That's really frustrating. For Free, he was doing such a good job, and then he was just like a pixel too late. Overlord comes in, says, expansion, cannon, and a gateway, and everything's going to be fine. Can I get lings inside the base is the question. I'm not winning with this, right? These lings are coming across the map. There's 4 of them. I'm not making 6. I'm making a drone instead of another set of lings because I got scouted. If I didn't get scouted, I'd probably make 6. But as it stands, 4 are coming across the map. Can we get in? Can we get past this cannon with a couple of lings is the question. Not all of them, probably not. Gonna have to sacrifice a couple of them to the god of this cannon. Might need probes to block access. I mean, 1 probe is probably... Ooh! Maybe it is enough. We're on knockout, right? So you've got this big divot in front of your main base, which means you can get contained. TVT, especially as the 3rd base comes up 12 o'clock from Larva, is especially dangerous. Tanks over here, getting to these tanks means you're coming across low ground, even just for a moment. Can really be dangerous. So knockout is a place where you want to make sure enemies are not setting up things like lurkers or dragoons or siege tanks or vultures or marines over here, because getting through your own divot, your own little speed dip onto the other side is incredibly hard. Lair on the way, first 100 gas. Are we going to get speed for the lings with the second 100 gas? Maybe, but we're not there yet. Calm down. We don't have enough gas for that one. The builds are tight. The timings are good. Cybercore, yes. Overlord sees everything that's happening. Not that you're surprised by any of this. Yeah, Cybercore into a Stargate. How do you play PvZ these days? Well, you get a couple of what we call Corsairs, generally. Probe says, no 3rd here. Is there a 3rd at the 12 o'clock? Can I get there before I die? No. Wait, maybe. Oh, he does. He totally scouts it before he dies. Dude, probes are awesome. Oh, the juke. Sick juke. Dies anyway, but... you know, distracts these lings for a little bit longer. Zealot across the map. Can't get past this Overlord. That guy is ready and rocking to see you. Metabolic boost on the way. Yes, Lair finishing up in about 20 seconds. Everything is cool. There's the Stargate. Overlord running from the Stargate, even though it's not done yet. It does represent a lot of death for him. Will the Corsair chase him this way is the question. Or will the Corsair go for a scout or check for this Overlord first, right? It's got to be a Spire. This is how we do things these days. And there it is. 4:30 on the Spire from Larva. Lings are out. Trying to see, if Zealots come across the map, we want to know, because 3 Zealots making it across the map and we're not ready for it, we sort of just die. How many people have had that happen to them in StarCraft? Raise your hand. 3 Zealots came to your base and you weren't ready for them and you died. Protoss, Terran, or Zerg, I don't care who you are. That can be extremely dangerous It's the equivalent, you know, of having 12 lings show up at your base when you're not ready for them. Also kills you. Or something like, oh, I don't know, 6 Marines at the wrong time in the wrong place for you. So that's what scouting's all about. Overlord positioning, ling positioning. Protoss is playing blind as they were until Bisu unlocked the power of Corsairs and said, we don't have to play blind anymore, brothers. We can get Corsairs out. We can scout everything the Zerg player is doing, and there's nothing they can do to stop us if our micro with the Corsairs is good enough. Second gas timing is a little bit sus. I feel like we're going to get Mutas here. Yeah, that Spire is about 90% done. The second gas is coming in. We're going to saturate it immediately. Yes, pretty much. So yeah, we're going to have a bunch of at least 5 or 6 Mutas, some Scourge. Not exactly 100% Ogre Zerg, but it's going to be a little bit more. Hydroden is coming in. Is he building that at the 3rd? Yeah, I kind of love hiding it up here, right? Will the Corsair find this? That's an important thing to find as the Corsair. He doesn't actually get up into the 3rd base and see what's going on there. He does get a fly through the natural and the main, sees the Spire, sees nothing else, says, well, definitely going to get +1. Scourger on the way. No sign of Mutalisks, though. Let's see if he just starts firing up Hydras here. Not a bad maneuver. Also, what's the upgrade on the Hydra Den? Nothing yet. Speed means we're going to go for an attack. Range means we're going to be defending against things like Zealots. And neither one's coming in. Citadel on the way from free. Cannon to fall back to. Scourge just ready for a Corsair to pop out. And, he tried to run away. You can't run away in that situation. You got to fully commit. He did get one connection on one of these Corsairs, which is why it's injured. This one right here. Could have killed it if both Scourge hit the same target, but he fell back instead. Come on, Larva, a little bit sloppy. There's the speed upgrade for the Hydras. Ooh, Corsairs take out... No, none of the Okay, Scourge take out none of the Corsairs. Overlord down. Supply blocked? No, but close to available supply is basically 0 supply available. Oh, we got 5 Corsairs now. Thank you very much. Look at the juke. Look at the juke. The Scourge are like, wait, where'd they go? Damn it. They don't have the +1 attack yet. Once they do... Oh, gets an Overlord for nothing. A little bit of damage. Yeah, no. Oh, he lost a Corsair there. No need to do that, man. Just a little bit of micro. A little bit of microing back your Corsair that is already injured. You don't have to lose it. We have 6. We replaced the loss. +1 attack is now done for the Corsairs. They are that strong. Now, how's Larva doing? He's working on range upgrade for Hydras. He's got Hydras here to defend the Overlords. He is supply blocked. Oh my gosh. No, couldn't get that one. Thought about it. Tried for it. And look at this. The Hydras are like, we're back. Oh, the Overlord dies. And it just takes so many hits from a Hydra to kill a Corsair. They have so much HP for how gosh darn fast they are. And that they can fly. Like, I feel like if we tuned Corsairs a little bit, we'd make them have a little bit less HP. But I mean, it's not like Protoss are winning every ASL these days, so you can't really complain about Protoss balance right now. If anything, you want to complain about is Zerg balance, with them having won 6 straight ASLs at the moment. And a lot of people, Protoss and Terran fans, are very displeased about this, understandably so. There have been eras where Zergs have not won either, and they're very sad about it, so it's their time in the sun. 'Tis the nature of StarCraft, man. It's a long time in the sun, but maybe Snow can win ASL 22. That'd be awesome. Curious to see if Sulky's going to take it seriously, or if he's just like, I won 4 straight ASLs. I don't have to take the StarCraft seriously ever again. I'm good. Winning 4 straight ASLs is just an achievement nobody else is ever going to do. So I don't have to try anymore, I guess. I mean, that's kind of the problem with him lately, is why is he not doing very well in ASL? And it's reported by people like RJB who are following this closely that he's just playing a lot of League of Legends, not really focusing on StarCraft that much, and then when ASL rolls around, he doesn't win it. And it's like, oh, big surprise. Big surprise. Ooh, another big surprise. Look at that segue. Zealots into the 3rd base. Oh my gosh. Corsairs killing more stuff. The supply block is problematic. Is he going to try to just snipe this hatch? Yeah, he's going to get the hatch. Hang on. A couple more hits. Got it. Got the main hatch. And try to get some of these drones too. Not killing all these Hydras. Ooh, that's interesting. Went for the non-guaranteed damage. It is not often that you see a professional player at freeze level go after the non-guaranteed damage there, going after the hatchery instead of going after some of those drones. The micro is a little bit more intensive to try to kill those drones with the zealots. You just kind of right-click on the hatch. It's easier that way, but if you don't get it, you kind of just lose the game. So he's trying to get a hatch down, but I think these drones are blocking his access to get it. There we go. They got a secondary hatch to mine from, so they're fine. It's just a little bit less effective on the mining right now. It's cool. Carapace upgrade on the way from the Sky units, of which it's going to be muta-less PVZ. We've just had so many PVZs over the last little while where it's mutas to try to snipe the High Templar, which are out because they are. But this game appears to be, I really don't want to speak too soon because a lot of the times I'll be like, well, no mutas today, and then bam, there's 12 mutas on the map. And there we go. 6 mutas get fired up. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Zerg can just kind of catch you by surprise. That's the thing. It's radical freedom in StarCraft. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want. There's a certain level of if you do the wrong thing, you'll just die. But I guess it's not radical freedom, but it's some kind of freedom in StarCraft to do what you want, right? Make the mutas if you want. Make 1,000 Hydras if you want. Make only Lurkers if you want. That'd actually be kind of incredible, wouldn't it? I mean, you'd lose all of your Overlords to the Corsairs, so maybe you would have to have some Scourge or something, but mass Lurker. Oh, that'd be so annoying. Imagine trying to get across the map and you're like, there's Lurkers here. Oh no, and you kill those, and then you move like 4 inches and there's more Lurkers here. And then there's more Lurkers here, and then there's more Lurkers here, and you're like, what is happening? What is this Zerg player doing? I think that'd be fun. Anyway, the mutas are here. We don't have a cannon at the natural, well, mineral line anyway. So free probes are free. Ha ha ha! Free probes are free. That was a dad joke. I didn't know it was a dad joke until I told it. Man, accidental puns. I'm telling you, those are the only ones that I make, folks. Ooh, that was sloppy with the mutas. They tried to come back in. When the Corsairs were here, okay, we're just going to eat those, I guess? No. Anyway, injured Corsairs, 5 of them, good enough to be scary. And the mutas, I don't think they paid for themselves. They probably killed 45 to maybe 6 probes there. That was something like 8, 9, 10 Mutalisks. The math does not add up, folks. I don't like it. If you're sniping High Templar, then suddenly it's a lot easier to be more cost efficient. But just sniping some of these probes is not going to get it done. I don't know. Larva, a bit of a mistake there, I would say. Hydra's on the flank attack. Eating Storm. But that's what they do, right? They come in, they eat some Storm. Ah, Corsair dies. That's okay, that's a win. That makes you feel good as a Zerg player. But when you just have, +1 Zealots in here, 1/1 Zealots with the +2 armor. We talk about this every PvZ, but the +2 armor is on the way before the +2 attack, okay? If you're a Protoss player and you're playing PvZ, do this. Get the armor upgrade before the +2 for the attack. Get +2 armor. You will not regret it. For some reason, it really helps against Hydra, Anneling, and Lurker. Which is just, that's what you're dealing with in a PvZ at 13 minutes, probably. Maybe later at your level of ladder play, but... Ow. Ow. Are we seriously just coming up into these... Okay, we're just coming up the ramp there. Obs snipe. There's 2 more obs, though. Cool. I like this aggression out of 3. He's just wandering up here. Okay, this is with purpose. I take it back. Even before the +2 armor, he's got the high ground against responding Hydralisks that are missing shots like crazy. Sniping that obs would be pretty rad. Can he see the obs is the question. Yes, he can see the obs. He's not choosing to attack it at all. He wins anyway, just because he's got defender's advantage. It's doing just fine. Zealots all blocked by the Lurker Egg from getting inside the main. Into the natural we go. It is the consolation prize. Drones get pulled. Trying to get... There you go. A couple drones do die. The ones on the gas. Those are important ones to kill. I'm liking that from free. Whew, Larva defending, though. I thought he was in so much trouble. Nope, 4th base up the left side towards the Zerg player is a little bit dicey. No splash damage at this base at all. Seems like a choice. He's bringing some High Templar in here, but there was a window there. Larva was licking his wounds. Top right base coming in from Larva. Queen's Nest. Yeah, 14.5 minutes. Makes a lot of sense. He is really following the plan. Make some mutas, try to kill some stuff, deal with the counterattack, handle that, and then expand, and then get a Queen's Nest. And it's a little bit dicey, but once you have 65 drones, you can make enough hiders and lurkers to stay alive until Defiler Mound is out, until Cracklings are out, until Plague is ready. You know the drill. Protoss at this stage with the gas needs to consider maybe Reavers, maybe one more base before we get Reaver tech. An extra gas would be nice. Ling says you're not taking this base easy. Zealots into the 12 o'clock again, though. Boy, one sunken would really help against all these Zealots. I mean, I don't know. We're kind of in a modern era of PvZ where I used to complain about a lack of sunkens a lot because Zealot run-bys would be so effective, but I don't know. It's not really as effective anymore. Maybe Zergs are finally figuring out sunkenless PvZ and not making it look terrible. Like I said, the game evolves, and that's what I like about it. StarCraft changes. StarCraft is not the same thing. What these PvZs are way different from the PvZs of 5 or 6 or 7 years ago. Even 2 years ago, pretty different in a lot of ways. Hive coming in, fancy pants, 18 hiders on the way until we can get to the Hive tech. Not that hiders are not part of your Hive tech experience. Double expanding top right. These Zealots have some thoughts about this, and they're going to say, hey, how about you cancel this? We got +1. Cool. If you didn't cancel it, it's going to die. Zerg flanking from the right side as Free just tries to come up the left side and say, hey, maybe we can try that again. But no. Big flank from the right. It's a lot of hiders on the map right now. How much storm do you have? The answer is a lot. It's pretty much consistently being tossed down right now. But there are more hydras than the storm at the moment. This base does die. Hydras thought about saving it. Couldn't save it in time. Bummer. And Free attacking up this way means he can defend against attacks coming into the 9 o'clock as well. So it's not like he can get up here that easily with a whole army. Yeah, 64 drones. Hive is done. First thing we're getting with Hive tech is nothing. Where's my Adrenal? Where's my Defiler Mound, Larva? Where are you at, big man? That's crazy. He got a Hive, and he's like, I'm just going to make more Hydras and Lurkers. What's wrong with you? That's a fair question, I guess. Free. Doing what Free does. That's what we're talking about. Good storms. And still nothing. Are you serious, Larva? Your base count is ample. You have enough money to build a Defiler Mound. You can get Adrenal. You could just fire up +3 for your Hydras right now if you wanted to. You got +2 on those suckers. Nothing at all. I don't think I've seen a Zerg player go for a lair or a Hive at this stage of the game and then just not do anything with it for this long. Maybe he feels like he doesn't need it. He's like, you know what? I'm fine. It's a 4-basing Free. I've got 6 bases. Hydra Lurker can be just fine here. I don't know about this, man. Plague just makes this matchup so easy. I mean, not easy. It's easier, right? It's just easier when you're plaguing stuff. Especially as the Protoss starts getting into further upgrades, which, hey, there we go. 3-2 on those guys. Working on Kadaran Amulet for the more Storm. Question about Reaver tech that I might have here on Knockout. He's got double Stargate. Wow, I don't think he had enough Corsairs to really merit double Stargate. Finally, Defiler Mound. Wow. Still no Adrenal, mind you. He's really just making a lot of Hydralisks. Look at this. Look how many there are. He's getting +3 for those Hydras, too. Love that. Did he bait Free into coming across the map? We're down here. We're also up here. How do you feel about that? Oh, the super zoom out to control and cover all of the carnage right now. South is getting stormed to death. Do you have enough storm to cover north as well, Free? That is the question everybody is asking. And the answer is not really no. We just have to kind of stand and fight, but the +2 armor is helping us a little bit here. Fall back to the high ground. There you go. Engage. Crush the southern enforcers. Make the northern chase us, and that's totally fine. Fall back to the 6 o'clock he's taking. Yeah, he wanted to get up here and ruin some stuff, but nope, the interception by Larva was great. It's almost like he parted the Red Sea and said, hey, come on in. The water's great. Consumes finally on the way at 1945. We could have had this a full 60 seconds earlier, 2 minutes earlier at least, if Larva had recognized his hive was done and decided to do something with it instead of do nothing with it for as long as he did. He remembered. I still think maybe he anticipated the ability to win with just Lurker Hydra and then said, never mind, and changed his mind there, which I think every Zerg player is very grateful to see. Larva fans are pleased about that one. Yeah, Lings chasing and sniping High Templar as they lag behind the rest of the army. Oh, gosh, Larva's doing so well coming from weird angles against Free. Free's responses with the storms have been pretty effective. Okay, these Hydras are getting wrecked. 165 to 132 supply. No Nexuses have died here. This Nexus, or that hatchery? Oh yeah, that's a canceled hatch. Or, you know, just a killed hatch? I think there might have been a refund there, but not great nevertheless. Can't save it. Free's got a nice little foothold up here at the north side of the map. This base looks pretty tenable. He's waiting for the Archons to finish, and then maybe he'll continue his attack either over here or up here. This place doesn't have a Nidus, and this one does. So I would prefer, as a Protoss, to attack the base that doesn't have a Nidus, if at all possible. And he's just macroing back home, right? More High Templar, more Zealots, 180 supply for Free. He's looking great. He's going to attack the base that has the Nidus. Okie doke. Well, Plague's not on the way, but a Dark Swarm here would be pretty fantastic. Oh, Storm on the bridge. Bridge over the River Kwai here. That's not exactly a good comparison at all, Falcon, but it reminded me of that movie. Hydra's jumping in. Archon getting targeted because it's the easiest thing to kill. The Nidus gets killed, but every Protoss unit dies here too. This is a crazy good game. Tap that like button, man. Hype it if you're on mobile. If you're not on mobile, be sure to like the video. Appreciate it. This is a killer PvZ. I don't know who's going to win here. I think Free's playing a really good game. But man, once the Plague gets started, I'm looking at the production tab and saying, boy, if the Plague got started, that'd be super great. And then it doesn't get started ever. And Dark Swarm sure would be nice, but I'm not seeing any Defilers in the production tab either. Is that a counterattack of like 7 Hydralisks? It sure is a counterattack of 7 Hydralisks. And then coming up the ramp again, Psystorm doesn't miss shots coming up the ramp. Hydra's flanking from the right side. Motive's got to be so annoyed at how many of these Hydra attacks are coming from angles he does not expect them to come from. This is a bloodbath on both sides. 136 to 120 supply. Free continues to be up. And I still think Larva in the back of his mind is like, I can do this with just Hydra Lurker, but I don't know, man. Bunch of drones getting stormed. It was, what, 65, 70 workers. It's 54 now, which is not nothing, but it's not great. Casual 3-kill Dragoon. Archon with 10 kills. Archon with 3 kills. This position is kind of falling apart for Larva. I don't know what he's going to do. The pressure is constant from the 56 worker Protoss. He's not getting in any further tech. He really smells blood in the water here. What a match. Holy haralabob. Oh, and that's it. Larva's going to lose this hatchery. He taps out and Free with the upset. I kind of want to put this in the same box of, hey, what do you do when you have a Zerg player at 23 minutes that doesn't have any Defilers? No Plague, no Dark Swarm. What do? They lose 99% of the time. I've seen Effort win at like a 25-minute PvZ against a lesser Protoss player with no Hive Tech at all. I mean, the Hydras have +3, so there is some Hive Tech here. But other than that, man, there was Consume. No Dark Swarms were used. Plague was not researched. He did not feel like he had the time to do it. He could not pressure Free on this side of the map at all. The biggest thing he did was killing maybe 5 or 6 probes here at the natural. Didn't do anything to this base or this base. Never got any cracklings out, which are just pretty great against these Dragoons and these Zealots. Better than the Hydras are, I would argue, even if they do have the +3. Never got the Adrenal out either. So it's just one of those games where, you know, it's a 23-minute PvZ. We didn't see a single Dark Swarm or a single Plague, and you go, oh, Well, that would be it then, right? That would be it. And it's a small thing, but I think delaying the Defiler Mound for just about 2 minutes, maybe 2.5 minutes, really slowed Larva down to the point where he didn't feel like he had the window to get Defilers out. He didn't have the Larva or the money to make Defilers. He needed to spend every bit of money he had on Hydras and Lurkers. Could he stabilize possibly? He's thinking about it. Can I stabilize? And the answer was no, I can't stabilize. These Archons are too good. These High Templar are too good. These Zealots are too good with the armor, the 4 armor. Woo! Trabian. All right, good game free, man. Nicely done. Kept your bases alive, handled the mutas effectively, and was like, I don't know why I'm not getting plagued, but okay. Larva outproduced, got out-killed. Numbers really favoring there. Look at that. 2-1 on the kill. The outproduction is pretty close. Not quite where you want to be as a Zerg player. 4-1 buildings raised, pretty negligible, and the outspend by Larva is about... Wait, is that 8,000? 7 plus 2. It's about 8,000 resources in 23 minutes. Not enough to do it. Protoss economy is too good. No larva kills on Nexuses. Yeah? My goodness. All right. Well, that was fun. I mean, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a fantastic showing there from Free, taking down Larva. I know Larva fans are like, I wanted a Larva win. We don't see enough Larva games lately. And it's, well, they can't always be wins or else, it gets pretty boring. So Larva died. It's fine. We'll find another win for him sometime later this week or maybe next week. But feel free to stop by the live stream. I'm going to have a bunch of those Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here on the channel. Come say hello. If you want to see Falcon, want to see his new haircut, that's where it's at. But yeah, until then, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw, what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.